News, my lovely, wonderful people. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar gives condition to end fight with Tinubu. So, my lovely, wonderful people, Tinubu told us that today he will be giving a world press conference regarding the Chicago State University certificate he has obtained because he has come to see that there's a lot going on and he knows some truth that we may not totally all be aware of which he pursued it to the very end. So this is what is happening until Chicago State University did actually reveal the results, and where we are at the moment. Atiku has now said he's ready to end this whole fight with Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, but on this condition. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. I am ready to end this fight on one condition, Atiku said. Former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, candidate of the People Democratic Party in the 2023 election, has given condition under which he would drop the Tinubu's case. Atiku, who came second in the election, has challenged the victory of the president in court, but lost as the Presidential Tribunal struck out all his petition. The allegations of forgery was one of those dismissed by the Presidential Election Court. Despite the court ruling, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar continued his case at the Supreme Court, which eventually ordered, at the U.S. court, I beg your pardon, which eventually ordered release of the official document Atiku is seeking to include in his appeal at the Supreme Court. He has argued that there were discrepancies in the certificate Tinubu submitted to INEC, which should be looked at and if this has been proven, must lead to his disqualification, as is against Nigerian law to present a forged certificate in this case. Tinubu submitted to INEC a forged certificate, which Chicago State University has told all that they did not give to Tinubu, which is also rendered as a forgery. He has argued that the discrepancies in the certificate Tinubu submitted to INEC should have rendered him illegitimate to contest the election in the first place. Speaking at the press conference in Abuja on Thursday, Atiku said he was not ready to back down from his cause. I have already filed my appeal against him at the Supreme Court. It is only when the court rules that he is right that I would drop this fight. In other words, I would drop the fight when the court rules, because there is no court higher than the Supreme Court. Asked if he was under pressure from Tinubu to drop the case, Atiku said after the election, he learned that a delegation of governors were sent by the president to reach out to him. I didn't even let them come to my house, said the People Democratic Party presidential candidate, a comment that has attracted laughter in the hall. He also added that he was not afraid that they would go after his business interest, how the license also go against his license, his Intel license, a logistic firm co-owned, as he has provoked Tinubu, which he had under Buhari's administration. So this is what is happening right about now. There's a lot already being looked at. And in case you are not aware, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has given the only condition in which he will drop the case. He's ready to drop the case. He's not going to fight endlessly, but there is a condition. And that condition is, and if Atiku said if and only if Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu will, if, the courts will decide otherwise, is on that case and that basis only he will drop this whole thing, okay? So these are some of the things that are coming on, and everybody needs to know. He said, Atiku said, doing all this because his career has come under standstill, and he said he knows that they will go after his career. He said it. He said he know that they will go after his career and much more will happen. He said it. He said they will go after his career. He knows they will go after his legitimacy. They will go about after a lot of things. So when you look at the matter, you can see that every single person is watching carefully, and we want to know exactly what is happening. We cannot continue to watch on, and see fraudulent activity go on in Nigeria. It's beyond just Nigeria. Okay, it's beyond just Nigeria. This matter is transiting even to the shores of other nations of the world. Okay, so this is what is happening, and we all just need to rise up and ensure that we do everything humanly speaking possible, okay, to make sure that this whole thing, comes to an end, and that Nigeria regains her position around the nations of the world. Because everybody, the funniest thing is that this thing started beyond the shores of Nigeria. So you can imagine how people from other nations of the world are already waiting to see how Nigerian judiciary will speak in this regard and what they will say the solution may be. So whether you like it or not, the truth must be told. And at the end of the day, we must get to the bottom of it. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has given his own verdict on what he wants to see and all that, and on the condition on which only he will give up this case. So when you look at it, you know that there are people already on Atiku's case saying that he should give up the whole struggle. He should, he should focus on other interests, and what have you. But Nigeria, we must not allow ourselves to sink because some persons or some individuals, okay, are ready, or whatever they are doing, they want to destroy this nation. We must not let it happen. Not anymore. We must not let it happen. So it is important that we rise up to the occasion, and we do not allow, people who interest is to destroy this nation to get on board and to continue with what they are doing. They don't care, and they don't care what happened to the other person. All they are doing and all they ever want to do is to ensure that, they take over and they lead, and they do as they please. Nigeria is not a pick and choose area that you can do whatever you pleases. Please don't forget to give us the thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Have a good day. Bye for now.